I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you are living in your greatest purpose. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, your subscribes. Thank you to all who continue to support the channel in any way. Thank you for the channel members, subscribers. Thank you to all those who have donated to the channel, those who continue to book personal readings. Thank you. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to join the live. Okay, it's gonna be a good one, y'all. It's gonna be a great one. Hey y'all. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Hey y'all, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, y'all. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Y'all, like I've been getting so many different you know, downloads as we call it. And I'm trying to decide what it is that which one. I have a couple of things here that I jotted down. Hey y'all, good to see you. Welcome. Hey, member in the house. Blown. Y'all, like the letters written in green, so it's like challenging to see it. Hey members, I'll just say hey members, welcome to the live, y'all. Hey, good to see y'all. Let me know where you're tuning in from. North Carolina. Jenny, good to see you. Pennsylvania. Hey, good to see you. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wait maybe like a couple minutes for folks to like join the live, y'all. So the sooner y'all join in, the sooner we can get started. As you are coming in, make sure you thumbs up the live so that everyone gets a chance to see the live. I only see one thumbs up. Y'all don't like the live? Y'all don't like the live, y'all? Or are y'all waiting for me to say something? Okay, so I'm just gonna make this brief announcement as we wait for those for folks to come in, y'all. I received some personal reading inquiries, and there was some folks that were interested in doing the reading, you know, during the live. So if you are one of those folks that are interested in doing the reading during the live, make sure you let me know. And if you have not sent in your donation for the reading, you can do that and we will do that. Now, if I don't get that, if I don't get any inquiries, you know, in the comments, no one, you know, says anything. So I'm just gonna, you know, assume that no one wants to do a reading during the live. So we'll just do the personal readings, you know, as we usually do. Hey y'all, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, y'all. Don't mind me, I'm shuffling. I'm shuffling. It doesn't mean that, you know, we're gonna use cards. We'll see how this goes. I usually just, you know, see how spirit leads us. Hey, members. Okay, let me know where you're tuning in from, y'all, so I can give you a shout out. Okay, so just in case some of y'all may not have known this, all right, if you know this already, it's all good. If you are not yet a member, you can become a member of the channel, as this gives you perks, okay, to get free personal readings. For those of you who have always been inquiring about free personal readings, you can become a member. And you are and you will get like one reading a month, okay? And I think the lowest tier is like $2.99. Okay, so it's actually cheaper than than getting the personal readings, you know, in person. So the lowest tier, I think, to become a member is $2.99. So, and that allows you to get, you know, one personal reading per month. So just in case some of y'all were interested in that, I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. Also, if you weren't familiar with the merch, we do have merchandise, messages from the waters merchandise, so on and so forth. Okay. For those who didn't know, I know a lot of you already know this, so if you knew, that's all good. Oh, that is so cool. You are at work and you are here. That's what's up. That is what's up. Thank you for joining. Jenny, you had a question. I'm not sure if you have a personal reading question, but if you do, okay. So this is the way that you get to have a personal reading during the live. Anyone who sends in a donation during the live, okay, a donation, and I only do it by donation during lives. Outside of the live, there's a specific fee for personal readings, okay? So if you happen to catch a live where I am doing personal readings, take advantage of it because I don't do them often. And it is definitely much, you know, economical to do it that way. So anyone who sends in a donation of your choice during a live and you send in your question, I will just do the reading, you know, while we are here during the live. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to make any kind of inquiries. And there are different ways to make the donation. I'm going to put the different modalities on here. Also, people that send super chats, in case some of y'all didn't know, you know, you can do a super chat of your choice, and I will do a personal reading. Okay, so let me see it. Did I share this? I want to make sure I shared this. Oh, I didn't share it. Okay, let's share it. Let's share it, y'all. Hey y'all, I know there's like a lot more people on here, so you know, don't be shy, say hey. I want to know who's tuning in. I want to know what kind of questions you have, so please you know, tune in and say hey. Okay, let's see. Trying to make sure that there's no echo here, y'all. Okay, so I think this should be it. I'm going to send it. Okay. So it says $22.22. That's usually, you know, the one question personal reading fee. However, if you are interested in a personal reading during the live, you are most definitely welcome to just send in a donation. Okay, y'all. So did I shuffle this already? I'm not sure. Let me know where you're tuning in from, y'all. Okay, and also before I start the live, just to kind of like gauge the energy of the collective, and I'm just shuffling these. This is usually why I ask that you post a comment. You know, you post, like, you know, if there are some concerns that you have, you post it. You may not get a personal reading, but if you have a question about something, like I think I see something from Jenny. She said divine chosen couple, one half of couple pie. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so obviously there's someone on the live that's interested in looking at like relationship types of energy, and that's cool. Like, You can put stuff like that, and I will gauge to see what the collective energy is. Okay, so we are 10 minutes in. I feel like a lot of folks are just waiting for me to start like doing a reading, and then they're gonna pop up on the live. So okay. Okay, so I am going to talk about the importance of this. I know I think I've done a reading before. Yeah, I did a reading. I did a reading for this new moon energy in Scorpio. And I posted the reading already. If you haven't gotten a chance to see it, it wasn't alive. It was not alive. Okay. So for this live, I was and still am getting some information regarding like revelations. A lot of things that are going to be revealed, that are being revealed. Y'all, like, I'm not sure if any of you have been paying attention to the news lately. There is definitely a lot being revealed, y'all. Like, everything just seems to be coming to light. Like, and it's stuff that you're just like, what? Things that you may have always suspected. Some of you intuitively knew some of these things were happening in the news. And to hear about it, though, is something else. So you're going to be, this is that time where you're going to see a lot of, things being revealed. Okay. And the interesting thing is like a lot of you are receiving, and I'm just burning some incense. A lot of you are receiving revelations through media, right? Media is a mode of communication. Okay, I'm getting something significant about communication at this time. Okay, communication on all levels. Communication on a spiritual level. Communication on a physical level. And when I say communication on a spiritual level, I mean, the information that your spirit guides are giving to you at this time, the information that you are receiving from your guides at this time, it is crucial. So this moon energy is not just about, okay, revealing secrets about other people. Okay. Although, I know a lot of folks, they're like, they like, they like the drama. Okay. They like the drama. They like to see things unveiled and, secrets and stuff like that. Some folks may even, like gossip. Okay. Some folks are into gossip. So, they're all waiting for this. Okay. They're waiting for this information that is coming out because they're into gossip. What I definitely do not want you to neglect is the information that's coming out about you. Okay. And really, if you think about it, everything is connected to you. Everything really boils down to, okay, how is this significant to you, to your life, to your spiritual growth, to the path that you're on, to where you are going, and especially this new beginning that we've been talking about that's going to happen. Y'all, there really is a new beginning happening. Many folks don't, understand this, that we are actually in the process of seeing the remnants of, I should say, we're in the process of seeing the residue of what used to be. That's what's going on now. And this is one of the reasons why this new moon is very significant, because this is exactly what you are seeing. This new moon, right? And if you think of new moon energy is significant because if you think about it, right, you don't see the moon during a new moon. You see the moon during a full moon. So it's like that new moon energy is reflective of the energy that your spirit guides also want you to be in. So in essence, it's like the new moon, right? You don't see the moon during the new moon phase. So it really is a time of reflection. It's a time of preparation. And so whatever it is that you see being revealed right now, it has a lot to do with whatever was and whatever also is coming next. Okay? Especially this new moon that took place in the sign of Scorpio. Now, I've said this before. I'm not an astrologer, okay? I have not studied astrology officially, okay? I've done some reading, on our connection to the planets, and energetically I understand, to some extent, and I'm still learning. I understand, our connection to the planets. So this new moon is revealing a lot about them, whoever they are. Okay? This new moon is revealing a lot about them, and it's revealing a lot about you. And be mindful that whatever is revealed about them, okay? And them is the people in your energy, the people you're closely connected with, the people that you have relationships with, believe it or not, them is also your spirit guides. Okay? Them is also your spirit guides that are also a part of you. So there's a lot of revelations that you are receiving about them as well as you. And essentially everything really boils down to, what does all this mean? Okay? What does all this mean in relation to you and what is happening next for you? So it's important, especially right now, to pay attention to the signs that you may be getting. Okay? Signs that you may be getting, whether it's through media, whether it's through, dreams. Some of you could be getting a lot of dreams, okay? Very vivid dreams that are revealing a lot to you. In regards to dreams, I want to say this for many of you, especially those of you who feel like you don't have vivid dreams as much as you'd like. I have actually done some observation in regards to, when you receive dreams and when you don't receive dreams. I know, especially for me. Some of you may not know this, and your diet has a lot to do with it. Okay? Drinking a lot of water. Okay? Making sure that you drink a lot of water, especially during the moon phases, right? Because the moon is water energy. It's feminine energy. And if you're wanting to be in closer connection with that energy, which is the energy that reveals what is hidden, whether it is in the spiritual or the physical realm, one of the things that I've noticed is your diet plays an important role with that. The energies that you are around. So be cautious of the energies that you're around, because some people and there are some things that can actually try to block, okay? Try to block that energy. All right. So that's one of the things that may be very helpful for you to, if you're not having as many vivid dreams as you'd like, one of the things I would say is drink a lot of water. Make sure you meditate, spend time in silence. So, in regards to this new moon energy, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna stay too long on this new moon, y'all. It definitely is a time of revelation. You're going to see a lot of things revealed about you. Okay, some of you, what you may see revealed about you is that you may uncover that you have you have a much more closer connection to your spirit guides than you thought you did. Okay, you are a lot more in tune than you thought you did, or than you thought you were. Okay, I would definitely take heed, take time, listen, spend time in silence. Try as much as possible to spend, time away from media, because I feel like that can hinder those revelations that you may be getting from your spirit guides. Okay. Instead of bombarding your mind, your thoughts with like these images, I would say spend time, really like honing in and connecting with your spirit guides, because these revelations will come by you being connected. Okay, by you being connected, regardless of how that connection comes. So there's a lot being revealed, y'all. There's a lot being revealed. And speaking of revelation, I I ran across, and I can speak on this, y'all, because I'm seeing so much, show up in the news. Speaking of revelations, while scrolling, I think it was scrolling through social media, I happened to stumble on, I think it was like the New York Post, their website. And I'm one of those people that try as much as possible not to read the news that much, because for spiritual reasons. Okay. And the other reason is it's full of a lot of BS. It's full of a lot of, skewed messages and information. Okay. And what I intuitively know is a lot of social media as well as media, it's full of people who are giving you the information that they want you to have based on their agenda, as opposed to what's really happening. And even when they tell you what's happening, a lot of these folks, the way that they deliver these messages, it's just so skewed. It's so skewed, y'all. Like, it's crazy. So one of the things that I ran across in, just scrolling through social media is I recently read about just some of the things that are happening in my native country, Haiti. And it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot happening, in that place. It really is a lot. It's a lot happening. And while a lot of folks, are in a very, celebratory mode of celebrating, IT going to the World Cup, and, IT winning, I think, what is it, Miss Universe? I tend to see things differently than a lot of folks. I tend to see, like, I'm not quick to just react and say, oh, oh, they want, da, da, da. Like, I'm not quick. Like, I always try to analyze and just look at what's happening, because I also understand things are happening, in different levels, if you will. Okay. Yeah. So with that being said, I read something in the New York Post, and I think it was published November 21st. All right. And it was this news clipping. Okay. This news clipping was about two individuals Okay, and this is while like the world is celebrating it winning the World Cup and winning Miss Universe. Meanwhile, it's these two, it's this two it's this two white dudes, okay, that are in the news recently for they're being indicted for basically planning and plotting like a massive terrorist plot against the island of Gonaive. And one of the things that I will say about that news that was posted on the US, what was it? I think it was the New York Post, is that, I was very disappointed that the news, whoever reported the news, didn't blast their name. Okay. They didn't blast these terrorists' name full blast on the front page like they usually do, when it's a person of color. Okay, like you almost had to like search through, the news to figure out who these dudes' names were. I honestly think that, if you're talking about, people who are intentionally trying to do harm, and they are literally, wait, let me just tell you what these folks are being indicted for. Okay, they are being indicted for having this plot, okay, to basically unalive, okay, for the sake of YouTube, because I know how YouTube is. They're being indicted for having a plot to unalive all the men on the island of Gonaive in Haiti. That was only one part of their plot. They plan to unalive all the men on the island of Gonaive and take the women and children of that island as sex slaves. Okay, and it was talking about how these I'm not even gonna call them men. I'm gonna call them barbarians. And it was talking about how these barbarians, had a whole plan. They had a whole plan to take over the island of Gonaive in Haiti by literally eradicating all the male population and taking the women and children as into human trafficking, as if that's not already something that the island is seeing. And I'm really here to just talk about the communication aspect of that. One of the things that I was really disappointed about, from the New York Post, is that they didn't blast the names of these terrorists, because that's what they are. That's exactly what they are. Like, and I did some research to confirm whether or not this was fake news or not. It wasn't. Okay, and let me know if you've like heard anything about this, like these two dudes from Texas. Yeah, these two dudes from Texas, like they were in their early 20s plotting plotting a hostile takeover in Haiti, while a lot of these folks are celebrating, so-called winning the World Cup and winning, Miss Universe. You got these folks in their own agendas. And so, you see, this is why I'm not so quick to like be in a very celebratory mode when these things happen. And I know that, these positive images of our people it's positive. Yet I also know that it's a lot more behind, whatever it is that, we see in the media. And I try to see why is it happening now? Why are these things happening now? These are like, you gotta really think and ask yourself questions. Like, why are these things happening now? Are these really things that, that are cause for celebration when you have a country that is literally going through so much, turmoil. And at the same time, these folks are celebrating, IT winning World Cup and winning, Miss Universe. And this is literally like days, probably not even hours after, hearing about this. You hear about these two dudes, okay, these two terrorists plotting to take over the island of Gonaive. And I did some research to verify, like, okay, is this, am I being punked? Like, is the New York Post just, saying stuff? I went to, Texas's, FBI website. I went to various websites, y'all, to verify whether this information was in fact true. It is. These two, terrorists were, and that's exactly, part of why I'm hesitant to, like, quote unquote celebrate these newscasts, that's going on about IT and them winning the World Cup and da da da. Part of why I'm hesitant to do that is because it's really not time to celebrate yet, y'all. Like, yes, I know that, the positive images are important, yet it's like, it's way bigger than that. It's a lot bigger than that. It's part of it is, okay, communication. Okay, what is it that you are being allowed to hear, and what is it that you're not being allowed to hear? And that's something that a lot of folks are not even aware of while they're celebrating all these celebratory moments. You have a country that is suffering from a lot. They're celebrating, yet, it's almost like I feel like it's not quite time to celebrate yet. Okay, and I feel like this news clipping reminded us of that. Reminded us that it really isn't time to celebrate yet. Not quite yet. Because you still have folks literally trying to take over this island. Okay, and y'all, I usually don't talk about, like my personal, stuff and where I come from, but this is something that we should all really be thinking about. Like, this is a human collective issue. It's not just, okay, an IT issue. Okay, and I think that's what a lot of folks tend to think, that, when one people, okay, when a group of people are experiencing something, oh, it's just them. It's their stuff. It doesn't impact me. It impacts everyone. It impacts everyone. So, before we take the time to celebrate, y'all, really consider what it means to be celebrating right now at a time when, the country is experiencing so much, just so many challenges on so many different levels. And so, we were talking about things being hidden, right? As it is connected with this, with this moon cycle. This is what's happening, y'all. Like, I feel like this piece of information being revealed reminds us that it's a lot happening, that should be a reminder of why we shouldn't be celebrating quite yet. Okay. Although, it's important to stay in a high vibrational energy, all right, to keep your vibrations high, at the same time, it is also important to stay very much aware and in tune with the actual the actual truth behind the truth that a lot may not see. It's important. So I wanted to make sure we say something about that. And it's a lot more that could be said, but I feel like, I feel like this may not be the time or space quite yet, okay, to say a lot more. Yet that's definitely something I want y'all to consider about why it is that this, this island just can't seem to get a break. Like it almost seems like, that the World Cup thing and the Miss Universe thing, it almost seems like it was completely overshadowed by this news that that I received. And again, these are just my personal opinions, and everyone is entitled to their own opinions. And I would definitely encourage everyone to do their own research instead of just taking my word for what really is happening, and come to your own conclusions. All right. Yeah, it's important that we stay connected to what's really happening. And on a more spiritual level, I also feel like, because all of this is really about what does it mean, spiritually? What does all this information mean? It's really revealing a lot more to us than we thought we knew. Okay? We're going to be finding out a lot of information. And I'm not just talking about IT at this point, y'all. I'm talking about right now, the energy, the current energy, especially connected to, this new moon energy. We're going to be finding out a lot more information that, we didn't know about. And part of this is to, I almost feel like it's to give people the drive and the energy to make the necessary changes that they get to make in order to see a difference. Because, for the most part, I feel like a lot of us have been very much, passive in terms of what is happening around us. Unless it is personally connected to us, personally, as in like in our immediate environment, we oftentimes think that it's not relevant, it's not important. Well, you're going to be finding out that these, a lot of these things, there's a closer connection to them than you thought. A lot of things that you may have thought were distant from you. Okay, this country's this and this person's this, and you thought that they were just isolated incidents, or you thought that there was no connection to you. I feel like these revelations are happening to remind the human collective that we are not separated. Okay, we are not separated as human beings. Okay, as a human collective. These circumstances remind us of how connected we are, okay, as human beings. And I think that's what's going to happen, y'all. We're gonna, uncover more of, just how closer connected we are, with all of the things that are being revealed. We're gonna be finding out that's a personal opinion. We're really gonna find out that that we are a lot more closely connected than we thought we were. Okay, so definitely keep positive energy out there as we as we all are experiencing our own, I would say, our own stuff. Okay. Okay, y'all. Let me see if what the inquiries I got for personal readings. Musi, greetings. How are you? Mile, how are you? Good to see y'all. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards, y'all. I know I said what I had to say. I'm just like, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. All right, so I'm going to pull some cards and see what is showing up for the energy of the collective. I see some of your comments. I didn't get a chance to read all of them. Cherie, you're from Louisiana. Hey. I didn't get a chance to read all of them, y'all. Okay, so let's see what's showing up for you. Y'all, I need to light me some more incense. Oh my goodness. It just be like that some days. Okay, so I'm going to light some incense. You know what? We're going to start with the ancestor cards, y'all. We're going to start with the energy of invoking the ancestors. Invoking the energy of the ancestors. And seeing what they want us to know right now. Okay. Ancestors, divinities, spirit guides. What is the energy that you want us to know about? Hey, Shining Light. Watching from Pennsylvania. Hey, Jenny. Good to see y'all. Okay, ancestors. Show us the energy you want us to know about. Okay, so I'm seeing something about Father of Air. First thing I'm seeing is leadership. The first thing I saw about this is leadership. Okay, something about leadership. I'm gonna pick 3 cards from here. Okay, something about spiritual rebirth. And I keep seeing the Chariot card for y'all, like especially recently. Every time I shuffle, I keep seeing hold on one second. Okay, y'all, so I keep seeing the Chariot card show up. The Chariot card keeps showing up. Wow. Okay. So, the first thing I'm getting from this, numbers. Numbers are especially important right now. Numbers are important. Okay? And you see this 9, 8, 7. I'm seeing something significant about time. Something significant about time, timing. So something about time. This right here, this energy, this This represents the King of Swords. Okay, and many of you may know that the King of Swords, it's an energy that shows truth. Okay, possibly truth coming to light. Truth coming to light about who you are. Truth coming to light about, it could be the current events and things that are happening in time right now, like real time. It could be the truth about you as a collective, okay, being a collective energy. You know, I'm getting this energy, right? That for a long time, this energy, okay, so this is the King of Swords, as you know, represents truth. And I'm seeing a truth about a collective energy, okay? Whether this collective energy is the collective energy of the chosen, or this is the collective energy of those who may be experiencing major tower moments. There's definitely some truth being revealed about collective energies, okay? Possibly about collective energies of those who should be coming together and those who have been working together. Okay? And then this, I'm getting this message about like a reduction in time. Possibly someone feeling like they don't have that much time, or a group of people feel like they don't have that much time, or time is not on their side. There's definitely an energy of time being reflected here. Someone may feel like, see, according to this, someone may feel like time is drifting away, or there's less time. Like it's giving instead of a progression of time, like it may be that someone feels like they don't have as much time as they thought they did, or they have less time to do something. This could be your energy, or this could be an energy of a collective that you could be part of, or a collective that maybe you're not a part of. Okay, this 9, 8, and 7, it's an energy of, instead of it being an energy progression, it's an energy of like that showing, okay, it's progressing. Okay. Someone's upset. This could be it could be whoever feels like they don't have that much time could be upset. Some energy, whoever that is, or whatever it is. This energy of leadership right here, I feel like this is an energy of power. Okay, this is possibly an energy of, you know, power. Someone who thought they had power, possibly power over you, power over a collective group of people. Okay, let's see. Tell me about this. Okay, so tell me about this King of Swords. Someone feels like they're running out of time. They're trying to accomplish some sort of like agenda, some mission, some task. Perhaps it's a mission they gave to themselves, a mission that they've been put up to this. Someone's concerned that the truth is coming out. Someone is actually looking at truth right now, possibly expose. Someone may have thought that someone would not experience victory. Want someone to win. Someone possibly wanted someone to experience some sort of like I'm reading this Five of Pentacles as like a tower moment for whatever reason. Okay, tell me about this. Someone to be in an energy of worry. And I keep seeing Empress energy, okay, which is an energy of being abundant. Someone producing or reproducing, and it's also giving an energy of it's giving an energy of someone tapping into the creative energy. Someone may not have wanted you to be aware of this, of this side of you, possibly as an emperor or empress. Tell me about this Father of Air energy. Yep, Five of Pentacles again. Yep. The Five of Pentacles again. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles. This Father of Air energy, for many of you, this is your energy. Possibly your ancestors wanting you to know that you are this, you are this leader. You are leading in some way. Some of you may not have known, or you may not have believed that you were this leader. Like some of you, this could be reflective of the energy of who you thought you were. Okay, you could have been someone that thought that you'd be left out of something, or you would be left out of something that was supposed to be given to you. That you would be, it's giving, right, with this star energy. You could be someone that thought that you wouldn't experience like spiritual rebirth. Like some of you, it's possible that you are experiencing some truth now regarding your spiritual growth that you didn't think or believe or knew that you could experience. Okay, for many of you, this is partly having to do with your connection with your ancestors. Okay, that you are, or some specific ancestor figure. All right, some of you kind of like, you thought that you would be in this energy with this Five of Pentacles. Like it's giving the energy of someone that had the key all along, that had the truth all along, or possibly even have been connected to the truth all along and didn't know that they were connected to the truth, didn't know that they would be in this space at this time. There's definitely some aspect of like, changes happening for you having to do with spiritual rebirth. Some major changes. And partly, like, part of that is you being connected to the truth. Okay, so tell me about this. Tell me more about this. Yep, you certainly are connected to the truth. Check this out. Ace of Swords and the star. Not the star. I'm reading it as the star. Well, yeah, it is. The sun is a star. And this is definitely it's reflective of you coming into some truth, possibly like a major revelation of some sort, possibly you leaving behind a way of thinking as you are about to experience a major breakthrough, which is showing up as like you coming into connection with yourself. It's giving this energy of you coming into connection with some sort of truth that either you didn't know about you before, that you do know, it having to do with your power, having to do with you being a high priest, high priestess. Like, for many of you, you get to know that you are some sort of like a spiritual leader. Like, you are someone who is chosen, some sort of, someone who's chosen. Okay? And this is what your spirit guides want you to know. Like, you're showing up as some sort of like a leader, someone who's leading, and you may not have thought so. And this breakthrough that you are actually experiencing this breakthrough right now. Okay? You are experiencing some sort of like spiritual breakthrough that is showing up as you leaving behind a way of thinking about yourself. Okay? And then experiencing this spiritual rebirth that is showing up. Like, this spiritual rebirth literally is this breakthrough that you're experiencing. Like, your spiritual rebirth, you showing up as this star, you showing up as a chosen seed, someone that has clarity, someone who's in tune with, you being a leader of some sort. Okay? This is your breakthrough moment. You are experiencing some sort of breakthrough, or you're about to, for some of you. This breakthrough that you are having has to do with a new beginning, right? The sun, okay, one is a new beginning. For many of you, this breakthrough is it's revealing a lot about who you were previously and who you were meant to be. Okay, as this high priest, high priestess, someone who's spiritually connected, experiencing some sort of rebirth. There's a lot being revealed about you. And the person that you are is the person that you were and the person that you're going to be. For some of y'all, that makes sense. Okay, and you're seeing all of this right now. I almost feel like this is giving the energy of someone who's having some sort of like, you may have even had like, it's either you developed this myth about yourself, or people developed this myth about you through your experiences. You kind of like learned, or thought that you were left out of something. Some of you, whatever experience you had, it kind of like created some sort of like narrative in your mind about who you were not. There was some narrative that was created in your mind regarding, like, it's almost giving like that narrative was meant to keep you from knowing the truth of who you are. Okay, whatever narrative that is. Whether it was created, again, whether it was created by you or that narrative was created by your experiences or people that specifically came into your life, and because of those experiences you develop some sort of like ideology about who you were told you were supposed to be, and that was not you. Whoever that person was that, you know, you were being told that you were, that person that was left in the cold, that person that didn't have the key to overstand, okay, that person that didn't have clarity, it's like there were stories being fed to you, whether it was intuitively, or it could have even been fed to you by someone that came into your life that fed you these stories, whether they knew it or not, whether they were intentional about telling you these stories or not. Like you were being fed lies about who you were and who you weren't by someone that's showing up. See, whoever this person was, some of you, this was an earth sign. That's what I'm getting. Some of you, someone came into your energy, and this person may have even been that kind of person that felt like this themselves. This person felt like this. This person felt like they were left out in the cold. They didn't know who they were. Like, look, like this person clearly felt like they didn't have a clear sense of self. And it's almost like giving this energy of like misery loves company, yet this person may not have like interpreted as that. Someone came into your energy, okay? It may or may not be this earth energy, all right? For some of you, it could have been an air sign, all right? I'm really getting a very strong energy of someone that came into your energy, whether they knew it or not, whether it was intentional or not, who tried to convince you. It's almost like the person tried to convince you to believe in their story about themselves. Like they didn't believe in themselves, so you shouldn't either. They thought less than themselves, so you should as well. And it's not like the person came out overtly, you know, they didn't come out outright and told you this. Like this person didn't, you know, they weren't like, oh, so and so, you know, you shouldn't think. Like it wasn't like that. By the ways this person treated you, by their actions, they were communicating with you that you should be someone that was left out in the cold, or you deserve to. And it was a direct reflection of who they were. Okay. And I feel like this is one of those revelations that are happening for many of you right now. It's like you're putting the pieces of the puzzle together. It's like you're putting the dots, you know, it's like you're putting the pieces together, you know, connecting the dots kind of thing right now. And your spirit guides want you to know, like, this is that time. Like, that's what's happening for you right now. Like these major revelations that some of you could be having about people, places, things, it's really revealing to you a lot about them. That's what I was getting earlier. It's really revealing a lot about them, and most importantly, it's revealing a lot more about you, who you are and who you aren't. And part of what's important for you to know is like that part about who you know you're not is definitely this. Like you know right now, if you didn't know before, you know that you are not that one that is meant to stay out in the cold without the keys. The person that is, you know, the person that's less than, the person that doesn't know. Like you've had clarity, like this breakthrough that's showing up about you being in your truth and your power. It's because you are very clear that you're not this. Okay? And someone is being seen. It's almost like someone, it could be this very person. Okay, for some of you, I'm getting that this is not just a person, this is a group of people. It could be a structure, it could be, some workplace scenario. Someone is having to look at themselves right now. Like, this clarity that you're having is making them look at them. Whoever it is that tried to kind of put you in this energy to make you feel less than, to make you feel left out. Like, they're having to they're having to look at themselves, and part of it is because I feel like your spirit guides could be sending these messages to these folks by way of your breakthrough, by way of your spiritual rebirth. Like, your spiritual rebirth is is being felt. Okay, your spiritual rebirth is being felt by the very people that tried to keep you out, that tried to leave you out, that tried to exclude you, almost like you weren't. It's crazy because they tried to exclude you of some kind of energy that they weren't even a part of. They tried to make you believe that they were like up here, and they're not even nowhere close to being connected to the truth. Okay? And especially the truth of who they are. So you are experiencing spiritual rebirth. Okay, this high priest, high priestess energy is your connection to the truth. Okay, it's your connection to the truth of who you are, of you being this starseed, of you being someone who is divinely chosen. These are all things that, someone didn't want you to know. Clearly. Like, someone wanted you to be not only left out in the cold, wanted you to be left in the crossroads. Like, you weren't supposed to know your left from your right kind of thing. Almost giving this energy of them wanting you to be as confused as they were. They were really confused, y'all. Yeah, they were really confused. Whoever this person is, they were really confused. And this could actually be reflective of their energy that's showing up. And I'm really getting, although like it may not be sign specific for some of y'all, this could be an air sign for some of y'all. Or you could be this air sign possibly dealing with an earth sign. Okay. And someone tried to, to blind you, or they thought they could. And the interesting thing is they didn't even really have that kind of power, to do that. They didn't have that kind of power, or at least they okay. Tell me more about this. They didn't want you to know something very powerful about you. And part of the reason why they didn't want you to know this powerful side of you is because they didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know, and so it's almost giving like someone being conditioned to think a certain way, and then it's like they're passing down that information to somebody else, whether it is intentionally or unintentional. They were doing it anyway. They were doing it anyway. And what I'm seeing here is that someone is also experiencing some sort of like awakening having to do with you, possibly having to do with the way that they treated you. Someone is being made aware of how, of their actions towards you as a chosen. Someone is being made known. Okay, someone is okay, I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Your spirit guides it's like they're making you known to whoever this is. Okay? They're making you known to whoever this is. Like, if you didn't know that this person was my chosen, all right, this person is receiving this message right now, okay? If you didn't know that this was my chosen, that this person is chosen, they have a spiritual gift, that they are not to be left out in the cold, they are not to be left at some sort of crossroads. Like, this person is receiving this message right now, that you're not that one. You are not that one. And they're all, and one of the things that they're also understanding is that you're not going to be left out in the cold with them. Because for some of you, I'm getting this is someone that it's like misery loves company kind of thing. Like, this person is almost like giving this energy of someone who wanted to validate, you know, their mistreatment of you. They wanted to validate, they wanted something to validate, you know, that they had a reason or they were right for doing X, Y, and Z. And had you not had clarity and you were experiencing this spiritual rebirth, someone could have been someone could have been left with the idea that they were right about you. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Someone wanted to be right about you. Someone wanted to be right about the way that they were treating you or their mistreatment of you. And they're finding out that that's not the case at this time. Okay? They're finding out that that's not the case. And part of what's going on is someone is being made to reflect about who they are. Okay? I'm seeing something significant about this this chariot energy. Okay, so someone's getting some sort of revelation, you know, from your guides about you being victorious. And for some of you, they're also getting revelation that you are someone who is like, you have some connection to royalty. Okay, it's not only that this person is finding out that you are not in the same category as them. They're finding out that you're it's like you're in a category that is like, that's unconceivable for many of them. Something very significant about your connection to, like, your spirit guides, you being a starseed, like someone who is chosen. Someone's finding out that you were never in the same category as them, and they tried to put you, it's either they tried to, actually, I'm seeing that this person never really saw you as being in the same category as them. It was always a plot or a plan for them to show that you were less than them, because that did something to their ego. It made this person feel like they were not the only one. It's really giving the energy of like someone, it's giving the energy of like misery loves company, y'all. It's really giving that kind of energy. Seven could be significant for some of you. The number 7 could be significant. Tell me more about this. Someone is seeing that you are divinely chosen, y'all. Someone is definitely seeing you as someone who is a lot more spiritually connected. They definitely know, even if they don't really know much about, you know, this connection to spirit that you have, they definitely know that there's something that sets you apart, okay? Something that is making them realize, like, it's making them realize something about themselves that they may have refused to either acknowledge, they may have refused to see. So this breakthrough that you are having in your spiritual walk is definitely causing clarity, or it's bringing someone clarity about themselves, is bringing some truth to light about them that they may have previously refused to accept or they didn't see. It's giving an energy of like you being this star, right? That's like shining, and you're illuminating the truth to someone about them, and most importantly, you illuminating the truth about you. Okay? Tell me about this Chariot energy. Nine of Cups. Someone could be seeing you experience bliss, happiness, possibly something that they're not familiar with or they're not experiencing it. They could be experiencing the opposite end of the spectrum. Okay, it's like whatever it is that you are experiencing, this person may not. They're seeing it, and it's definitely making them question. It's like it's giving the energy of someone who's being made to question everything they thought they knew about life, about themselves, especially questioning everything about you. Okay. Someone is also seeing that they were not the cause to some sort of like ending that they thought that you would have experienced. And that's a major revelation. Someone's finding out with this Strength card here. Someone's finding out just how strong you are. You have opportunities coming towards you. The doubt that they may have wanted you to experience, you're actually experiencing a lot of confidence. You are tapping into and tuning into a side of you perhaps that you may not have experienced previously, that's also bringing new opportunities towards you. For many of you, this wheel, it's indicative of this rebirth. It's indicative of this new beginning that you are about to experience or you are experiencing. Some of you, this new beginning that you're experiencing is having to do with like new relationships that are coming towards you. Perhaps this person sees this. It's possible that they may see a detachment from them and they're questioning, okay, well, does this person have someone else? Like whatever is happening in your life is definitely making this person question a lot. Someone sees all the opportunities that are coming your way. Like they're also seeing you go for things. Possibly for some of you, they're seeing you do things that they were scared to do themselves, like things that they doubted in themselves to do. They're seeing you do it. Okay, they're seeing a different side of you. For some of you, this is having to do with like, you know, some sort of relationship, whether it's a romantic one. For some of you, this may be connected to some sort of business relationship, okay? A business partnership of some sort. Like someone could be seeing you as this Queen of Pentacles. Like they may not have known that you could be someone that is capable of bringing so much abundance, you know, to some business endeavor. Okay, if this is you're showing up as this Queen or King of Pentacles. If this is about a relationship, because I'm seeing there's some different scenarios for different folks listening. For some of y'all, this is about a love connection where, you know, someone kind of like wanted you to doubt, you know, who you were. They wanted you to doubt your light. They wanted you to doubt and not have confidence. And again, whether this was intentional or unintentional, this was done for some of you in some sort of a relationship, whether it's romantic or just some sort of partnership. Some of you, there was a great amount of balance that you gained when you walked away or distanced yourself from someone. Like they saw you, they began seeing some aspect of you that you didn't see, that they didn't see before. And some of y'all begin seeing those aspects of you that you may not have seen before as well. When you distance yourself from this person, I feel like you were given opportunities, you were given new opportunities, or opportunities started coming towards you for you to gain abundance. It's giving this energy, right? Like it's giving this energy of someone who was blocking your energy. Someone was blocking your energy from releasing all of the abundance, all of the bliss that you were meant to experience as someone who is chosen, as someone who is a starseed, as someone who is a high priest, high priestess. Like this person's energy in your life, whatever it is they were doing or not doing, whatever narrative that they were feeding you, spiritually, physically, mentally, whatever narrative that this person was feeding you, it was definitely showing up as some sort of like blockage. See this right here? This is blockage. This is you not being able to see. This is you being stuck at the crossroads. This is this like, and these birds may also represent noise, okay, for many of you. This person was literally, they're showing up as like unnecessary noise that was impacting your mental, physical, and spiritual health. Okay? And so something major happened in terms of like rebalancing your energy when you distanced yourself or walked away from this person. And for many of you, I'm getting that this is not just a person. This is a group of people for some of you. For some of you, this is like a structure. Okay? It could be a community, it could be a workplace, it could be again, usually person, place, or thing that you are distancing yourself from, or you distance yourself from. Because some of you, this is past tense. Some of you, this is future tense. Some of you haven't walked away from this person, place, or thing yet. Okay? You haven't walked away from this person, place, or thing yet. And so it's presenting itself as noise. It's presenting whatever this person, place, or thing that you haven't walked away from or distanced yourself from. It's presenting itself as a blockage, a noise that is hindering your spiritual, especially above all things, y'all. Like, above all things, like, this is your spiritual growth that this energy is hindering. This is your spiritual growth that this energy, whether it's a person, place, or thing, that is what they are hindering. It's almost giving this energy of like something that your spirit guides want to give you. It could be an energy of elevation. It could be, for some of you, it could be an elevation in your spiritual gifts. Like you're about to have like a lot more clarity, whatever gift that you have, whether it's clairvoyance, whether it's clairaudience, whatever it is, like you're about to experience like some major breakthrough in your life that is showing up as a spiritual rebirth. And there's like this energy right here. It's giving misery loves company. It's giving, okay, the person really doesn't see the magnitude of the energy that you have, the gift that you have, okay? It's giving the energy of also someone who really doesn't see your divinity, y'all. Someone someone that doesn't see your divinity for some of you. For some of you, it's, see that? You as a high priest, high priestess, and the star. It's like that image of you, whether it's you seeing it or other people seeing it. It's giving an energy of someone whose third eye chakra may be blocked. Okay, that's what it's giving. Okay. The first thing that I see when I pick up this deck is the Queen of Pentacles. This is an aspect of, again, as it says, abundance that is coming your way, showing up in the form of spiritual abundance. For some of y'all, okay, for some of y'all, this is a mother figure. Okay, for some of y'all, this is a mother figure. Some of y'all, it could be a father figure. And I'm just seeing parental figure for some of you. It's some sort of like parental figure. It's showing up as someone that possibly is showing up as some sort of like, in terms of like you, your spiritual growth, your life, this person could be someone that's showing up as some sort of like authority, or they could perceive themselves as having some sort of authority over you, your life. Like it's giving that energy. And whatever their perception is, and in terms of like the power dynamics, this person seems to think that, you know, they can have a say-so over your abundance and how much of it you get, when you get it, you know. Yeah, it's giving that kind of energy of someone that thinks that they have some sort of like power, authority, or control or something like that, you know, over your life, over your abundance, just, you know, things having to do with your elevation, you know, becoming a stronger, more spiritually aware person. For someone, this is definitely giving a mother figure. Okay, some of y'all, this is a mother figure that seems to perceive or think that they have some sort of like a hold. Okay, like it's giving Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, almost like someone that's kind of like that wants to take. It's giving that kind of energy. Okay, it's different scenarios for different folks. It's giving also that energy of someone that could be concerned that you elevating in your power will confirm to them something in themselves that they neglected to figure out or they didn't want to see, right? It's giving that kind of energy. So I'm seeing for many of you, there's like a tower situation. So something is going to end. Okay, for some of y'all, this tower represents you possibly severing ties with this person, place, or thing. Is definitely showing up as some sort of thing happening abruptly. For some of y'all, this could be by means of some sort of like revelation that's gonna come. Like something's gonna be revealed possibly that may, you know, push this revelation, whether it's about this person, place, or thing. Someone's belief about you is definitely going to be shattered. They're no longer going to think the way they do about you. Like you're someone who is meant to, you see this energy? This is reflective of your energy. You're someone who's meant to soar. You are someone who is meant to experience, you know, bliss, whether that's spiritually, financially, all sense of the word. Like you are someone who is divinely chosen by your spirit guides. And that's one thing that your guides want you to know as someone who's chosen. Like some of you could have perceived that being a chosen means experiencing, this type of energy. Some of y'all, you are made to believe that being a chosen seed means that you have to experience lack. Okay, that you get to experience like all these negative emotions and stuff like that. Like many of you didn't associate being a chosen with, you didn't associate being a chosen with bliss. You didn't, like some of y'all have been sowing seeds of generosity into others all your life. And yet you still don't believe that you are worth giving into, that you are worth pouring into. And some of those are like ideologies. Some of those are like stories that, based on the relationships that you have with these people, places, and things, these are the stories that they've tried to feed you about, what you think a chosen person should experience. And it wasn't spiritual abundance. Many of you have been taught that, like, chosen means broke. Chosen means lack. Chosen means you're always giving, it's giving the energy of like you being taught that being chosen means that you have to play this martyr. That's not what it is. Like, okay, that you have to give, and you never experience bliss. And that's not the case. 6 of Pentacles. You are meant to reap abundance, the abundance that you have sown, okay, as a chosen, into the lives of others, into, whether it's having to do with your spiritual work. Like, you're meant to reap that. You're meant to reap that. You are meant to experience bliss. And whoever it is that tries to convince you otherwise, whether it is by, making you like, and for some of y'all, it is not a person. It is some sort of like, okay, we'll say person, place, or thing. I'm just going to put it like that. Whatever it is, I'm just going to put it like this. Whatever energy tries to convince you that you are just meant to give and not receive, okay? You don't need to be near that. Okay? And that's the message that I'm getting here. It's like, this is a rude awakening, or it's going to be a rude awakening for someone that is going to see that you are experiencing some sort of like spiritual awakening, and you are in full awareness of your power. You're no longer this blind person. It's like you are no longer this person that is like either you're blind by noise or blind by distractions. Like, you're no longer that person, and someone is going to see this. And that could be the thing that, yeah, this revelation, that could be the thing that makes this person see like, oh, dang, I've always been dealing with, this is the caliber of a person I've always been dealing with. This is who they've always been. And most importantly, they know it. That's that part, that you know it. See, remember, you have clarity. You have perfect clarity regarding who you are. The truth is being illuminated about who you are, and the truth about you being sown into, reaping the harvest of the seeds that you have sown into others. It's almost like someone didn't want you to know that, or they didn't. It's a weird energy, y'all. Okay, someone may not have wanted you to be in tune or in touch with that power that you would come into once you find this out. See, a lot of people, they don't want you to have clarity. They don't want you to be in your knowing, okay? They don't want you to be in your knowing, because that would mean a lot in regards to the work that they have to do in themselves. There's that number 2 again. It's almost like someone wants misery loves company, right? They wherever they're at, they want someone kind of like they want someone kind of like sulking with them. Like, oh, okay, instead of, coming together in your power, this is the kind of person that's like, oh, it's like someone that they want you to have a pity party. And that's not the energy that you're in. You are in the energy of receiving, okay? Receiving and reaping the harvest that you have, of the seeds that you have planted. That's the energy that you are in. You are not in this kind of energy for sure. 5 of Pentacles, You've elevated to the 6, honey. You are if you were, and I'm not getting even the energy that some of you were, like you could have passed through this kind of energy, this 5 of Pentacles. You could have been passing through. You never stayed in this kind of energy. Okay. You moving from this 5. If you were in this kind of energy, I'm definitely seeing that you were in that kind of energy for a short amount of time. You quickly moved to the 6, y'all. Okay. You went, ooh, gee. Okay. So for them, okay, I'm getting this revelation about those numbers that was, descending. For them, whatever is that descending, they're experiencing a descending effect. You're experiencing an ascending effect. You are experiencing an ascension while they are and that descending effect that they're experiencing, that's their tower. They're experiencing a major tower moment. Like some tower moment that whoever is having this, okay, it represents something of theirs, their mindset, their way of thinking, something of theirs that's being completely shattered, destroyed by you coming into awareness and having clarity about who you are. Something is completely shattering in these people, okay, or someone. Something is completely shattering, and it has to. Or it had to. Some of you, this is past tense. For some of you, this is future tense. This tower moment, they had to experience it, or they're going to. If they haven't experienced it yet, they're going to. And they had to experience that, because that was the only way that they could be like, it's almost like your spirit guides beating them over the head. Like, you fool, you've been dealing with someone of this caliber, okay? You've been dealing with someone of this caliber, and you wanted them to think less than themselves. You wanted them to be in the dark about who they truly are. They're doing the work of spirit. They're doing the work of their ancestors. And okay, I'm seeing you're clearly dealing with someone who's spiritual. And this is how I'm hearing it. This person clearly doesn't have a high spiritual IQ. They don't have a high spiritual IQ. Like, even if your spirit guides came to these people and beat them over the head, okay, with a spiritual stick, they wouldn't be able to see you truly for who you are. They're not meant to. And that's why they have to experience, these tower moments, or they're going to. Some of you, they already did, or they are in the process of. Because someone's spiritual IQ wasn't quite there. They weren't able to see. Seriously, as bright as you shine, someone still is not able to see the star that you are. That's why it's like your guys are like, their spiritual IQ is not quite there. Nope. This is not someone or person, place, or thing that you can associate yourself with. This is not a no. Distance yourself. Okay, walk away. Distance yourself. Whatever it is that you get to do, because this thing, person, place, or thing will eventually become some sort of like a spiritual leech. This thing, unless you distance yourself from this person, place, or thing, they're going to become a spiritual leech. And that's them right here, the spiritual leech. The person that has the key, or the key is there, okay? They can't see it. They have a lack mentality. And you know, it's like they wanna take of your energy. This person may even be showing up as some sort of like an energy vampire. Like, you know, the person that's there to like take of your energy consistently taking of your energy and not really knowing how to put anything back. They don't know anything about this reciprocity thing. What's that? Six of Pentacles. That's what reciprocity is. See that? That's justice. That's balance. That's that Ma'at energy. They don't know nothing about that. And I'm getting like it's different energies for different folks. Some of y'all, it's someone that you're in a relationship with, or people that you have relationships with. For some of y'all, so this is a hard truth that you may not want to hear. For some of y'all, this is your own children. See this energy right here? For some of y'all, this is your own children. For some of y'all, this is like, you know, someone that you have a romantic connection with. Yeah, be cautious, because the people that you give your heart to, and you know, those are the ones that have the capacity to take it from you the most, because they're closest to you. They have access to you. They have access to your energy. Those who are closest to you have access to your energy. And like, as much as we may not want to admit this, like, they can be the most dangerous ones. The ones, and what your spirit guides want you to know is that no one will have access to you unless you give them access to you. They will not have access to you unless you give them access to you. Yeah, this 10 of Cups for some of y'all represents, you know, people that are really close to you. It may even be a community for some of you. Whatever type of community it is, work, family related, or immediate community, whatever it is. All right, be cautious of that. You are, your spirit guides want you to know that many of y'all, whether you knew this or not, you're about to be well paid. Abundance is going to come in the form of material abundance. And you know why you're getting it? Some of y'all are like, oh no, you know, money's not important. Da, da, da. That's why you're getting it. Because your spirit guides know that you're not that type to like, you know, to be over consumed with material abundance. And so it's like that's what makes you a chosen. You can handle that. You can handle material abundance. Not everyone can. And this is why it's going to be given to you. This is why you are deserving of it. This is part of this is the seeds of generosity that you have sown into others. It's going to come back to you in the form of material abundance. And yes, the chosen seed, as much as many have tried to make you think and feel like being a chosen seed means that, you know, you got to be a martyr, that you got to be, you know, like some of y'all, they try to make you think that woke was broke. No, the chosen seed, they are meant to experience all types of abundance. Material abundance. Okay, your spirit guides know you can handle that. Not everyone can. Not everyone can and are meant to have material abundance, because okay, we'll leave that alone, y'all. Okay, 6 of Pentacles, you are progressing. You didn't stay here. You are moving here. You see that? You didn't stay, you didn't stay in the, if you passed by, some of y'all, your spirit guides are saying you were just passing through. Whatever that means for you, whether it's that relationship, whether it's that business partnership, whether it's that workplace, whether it's that community, Your spirit guides want you to know whatever you experience, that slight moment where you felt an energy of lack when you were associated with this person, place, or thing, you were just passing through, honey. Okay, that experience that you had, it was a brief moment that you had where you were just passing through. You were not meant to stay there. Okay? And you passing through means that there was a lesson that you were learning in that experience. And now, okay, this is the direction you're moving in. For some of you with this Six of Pentacles means that you are coming into relationships that are a lot more reflective of your divinity. Meditate on that. You are coming into relationships with people, places, and things that are a lot more reflective of your divinity. You are coming into relationships that are much more reflective of your divinity. Listen, yeah, meditate on that. If you haven't meditated on that, meditated on that. This is the plans that your spirit guides have for you. This is what your future is meant to look like. This is your new beginning. Your new beginning is supposed to look more divine. It's supposed to reflect the divinity in you. That's why they want you to know that your future relationships are supposed to reflect the divinity in you, and they are going to. They are going to reflect the divinity in you. This is why you had to just pass through, okay? Whether it's passing through that relationship, passing through that community, okay? It was just a moment. It was just a brief moment. You were just passing through. Or you were passing through that job, passing through this community, passing through. Okay? To get to a position, to get to a place that is more reflective of the divine being that you are. All right? The star seed that you are. The chosen seed that you are. The high priest, high priestess that you are. The abundant queen, emperor, empress that you are. For some of y'all, millionaire doesn't even define you, because it lacks abundance. You've heard people talking about you won't be a millionaire. That is it's not reflective of your energy. It's a lot more than that, if that makes any sense. Okay? So in essence, it's like millions and then some. All right? There's not going to be like y'all, this is is more to come. It's more to come with this energy of abundance. You're going to receive more information about this, because whatever abundance means in this new beginning that is showing up for you. All right. Why are we saying new beginning? Because spiritual rebirth is showing up for you. Okay. Why are we saying new beginning? Because the sun is showing up for you. Whatever this energy of this newness that's showing up for you, I'm seeing limitless. See this? You see this infinity symbol? That is on your hand right here. That is reflective of the abundance that you are meant to have, that you're going to have. It's just going to keep on coming. Because if you say millions, it's a limit. I'm hearing the words "no limit soldier." Whatever that song is. Oh, who sang that song? You're a no limit soldier. You don't, something like that. Yeah, I probably know the the lyrics. Okay. Kudos to you and your energy, your abundance that you are experiencing. Kudos to you, y'all. Okay, let's see if there's anything else so we can wrap it up. Y'all, Okay, let's just take a moment to just like, center this reading for a second here. We started out with these revelations, right, that are coming out about people, places, and things. Okay. And these revelations may be personal revelations. They may be, revelations that are not necessarily, so immediate, yet they're revelations. And these revelations, wherever they're coming from, they're meant to reveal something. And what they are is exactly that. They're revealing something. They're revealing a powerful truth about who you are as a chosen seed that you didn't know before. Whether you see this or not, whether some of y'all have yet to see them, whatever revelation is being revealed, some of y'all, you have yet to see it. It is meant to reveal something to you about you being chosen. Chosen, know this first and foremost, like revelations will come to you. Okay? You will see that certain things will be revealed, like your spirit guides will choose specific information to reveal to you at very specific times, because all of that is tied to your spiritual elevation. It's tied to your spiritual rebirth. So it's like whatever is being revealed to you right now, take time to reflect on it. Take time to meditate on it, especially what it means. Okay, reflecting on what it means for you as a chosen. What does that mean? When you see something being revealed right now, whether you see it related to you immediately or not, part of the question that you get to ask is, what does this mean about me being a chosen seed right now? What does this mean about my spiritual rebirth as part of a human collective right now? Because the significance of this reading is not just that you are experiencing a spiritual rebirth. It is a collective energy. This is the chosen, not just you as a chosen seed. The chosen collective is experiencing a spiritual rebirth. Okay, wrap your mind around that. Like, how many people are like chosen seeds? How many people are handpicked by the divine, okay, that are experiencing this spiritual rebirth? And when we're talking about the chosen seed, we're talking about the human collective. We're not just talking about a specific group of people based on color, this and that. We're talking about this is the connection that y'all have on a spiritual level. And this is part of what it's part of the information that was hidden from y'all to keep you from knowing like how divinely connected you are. For some of y'all, I know this ain't gonna make sense. For some of y'all, this is making sense. Okay, and if this message resonates, it resonates, and it may not resonate right now, and it may resonate, 5 minutes after this, or it may resonate, it may resonate eventually. Just know that there is a connection between the chosen, all right? Something huge, something major, having to do with your spiritual power, your light, that may have been kept from you. And I'm seeing for many of you, it's been kept from you for a long, long time. That connection that you have with each other as a chosen seed, that connection was kept from you for a long time. And it created a divide for many of you. And that divide was meant to, convince you that this person's issue is their issue, not yours. It was meant to create this illusion of you being separate from another chosen seed. No, chosen. If you are chosen, if you are someone that is picked by the divine, you are connected to each other. This is your soul tribe. And for a while, the game was to convince you of how disconnected you were from each other. They tried to convince you of this ish by making you, think of stuff like, skin complexion or skin color or race or, the texture of your hair. Like, that's the game that was played for a long time. So whatever you see being revealed right now is going to put things into perspective for you, that you are divinely connected to each other as a chosen seed. And whatever's being revealed about someone else who's a chosen, best believe that information is closely tied to your new beginning, whether you want to admit it or not, whether you see it now or not. You're going to see how truly divinely connected you are as a chosen seed. You were fed illusions of, separation for way too long. You were fed these illusions for way too long. You were fed these lies for way too long. This is showing up as a lie. And now you are finally going to see the truth of your divine connection to your divinity, first and foremost, and your connection to that collective, okay? That collective body. Oh boy. Something significant is definitely, it's being revealed here. That tower is being destroyed. That tower is being destroyed. Those illusions. Those illusions. Oh, check this out. Look at that. Ain't no separation. You're all connected through love. You know what this is? This is Venus energy. This is love energy. This is what connects you. This is the breakthrough that you're about to have. Why? Because Spirit is doing some new things. Yep. It's some new things that got to be done. And unless y'all realize your connection to one another as a chosen seed, where is it? This bliss that you are meant to experience, this clarity that you are meant to experience, okay, this resurge of energy, okay, this spiritual rebirth that you are meant to experience, it ain't gonna happen, okay? So protect your energy, especially in regards to like information, okay? Information, and I will say more so misinformation, okay? Some of it is misinformation, some of it is, yeah, trying to figure out which one is the truth. Okay, let's wrap this up, y'all. Anything else? You're going, ooh, y'all got some news coming. Y'all got some news coming. Okay. You will be receiving news of this, whatever newness, whatever new thing that's going to be happening for you. Okay. And perhaps the message is going to be coming through from your ancestors, your spirit guides. I'm definitely seeing a lot more connection with your ancestors for many of you. Or if you were not connected previously, you're going to be seeing those connections. Okay? Oh, Okay, like this one was abruptly like, walk away, distance yourself. Okay, from whoever that is, whatever it is. Okay, and perhaps for some of you, this energy of walking away, see that 10 of Pentacles, yeah, walking away. This is where you are heading. That abundance that cannot be measured. Mm-hmm. All I'm getting is like breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. I think I was getting that previously, and I'm still getting that now. Pay attention to your thoughts, which you allow, in your energy, as that will influence the level of clarity that you have. Oh, wait a minute, I feel like I'm going backwards here. Because we started this live talking about paying attention to, the information that you take in, as that may influence the level of clarity that you have. And drinking a lot of water. For some of y'all, the information is going to be coming through dreams. Like, you're going to be receiving truth and clarity about who is who, what is what. Like, you're going to be receiving clarity through dreams. So it's like, be cautious of what you allow, what kind of information you allow in your energy, as that may impact the level of clarity that you have and your ability to have your breakthrough. Because y'all, you are so close to this breakthrough that you don't want anything to impose itself on your breakthrough. And sometimes it's like, it's these mind games. Sometimes, y'all, it's these mind games. It's the projection of information, that communication, imposing certain things, ideas into your mind that can block your breakthrough. Okay? It can create doubt. Okay? And that's not what you want to have right now. That's not what you're going to have. You're not going to have any doubt. Your spirit guides are wanting you to operate out of complete clarity. No doubt. Okay? So whatever it is that's showing up in your aura that may, create doubt, okay? Be cautious of it. Whether it's a person, whether it's, through social media, whatever it is that may create doubt about who you are as a chosen seed and this new beginning that is showing up for you, be cautious. Okay, be cautious. You see this 10 of Pentacles? This is abundance once again. That material abundance, long-term abundance, long-term stability. That's what your spirit guides are creating in your energy right now, okay? Planting your roots being firmly planted as, a chosen seed. Whoever you are. All right, so be cautious of those energies, as we know sometimes they can be energy vampires, because they're here to just take of your energy, and they can create doubt. All right, they can create doubt about who you are. They can create doubt about who is part of your soul tribe. They can create doubt about, your soul community. Okay, so be cautious of that. All right, y'all. Okay, I'm going to end the live here. We've been on here for a minute, y'all. All right, I didn't see any personal reading questions, so y'all can email me at messagesfromthewaters@gmail.com for any personal readings, since I didn't see any on here. Thank you to everyone who attended the live, those who commented, you showed any kind of support, during the live, those who donated, much thanks. And again, if you're interested in becoming a member, to get and take advantage of those free readings, you know how to do that. Click join. All right. Much peace, love, and divine light, y'all. Thank you for joining. All right.